First things first, I ain't calling out individuals, but what's been going on in this school is just so pitiful. Now it's visible. No more sweeping under the carpet. Let's stop it. Time to clean up what others started. All these topics finally brought up due to the comments, submitting and written. Yeah, it's hard to say who did them, but there's already a lot of putting down. So Newton North, now it's time to spread the love around. So where's the love? This isn't the way it should be. Blinded by the things we should see. I am you and you are me. Come close together. We gotta do better. Racism in America goes back hundreds of years, but why must we continue that tedious cycle here? Calling fellow students of color out of their names, making us feel uncomfortable, feelings ashamed. There's no need to be intimidated by my blackness, and the color of my skin shouldn't conclude my status. MJ said it doesn't matter if you're black or white. Someone please tell me then, why are we still in this fight? Yeah, our president is black, Obama did 2 terms, but the problems are still present, like unlimited germs. Like Tupac said, misplaced hate makes disgrace to races. People of North can start to make a change to erase it. Now where's the love? This isn't the way it should be. Blinded by the things we should see. I am you and you are me. Come close together. We gotta do better. Some people said women are only for sex, but women contribute a lot in this world. Show some respect. Just because I'm a girl doesn't mean I can't lift weights, have my hair cut low, or go on multiple dates. Ladies, it's time to stick up for ourselves. Be a boss, carry society through change, cause we are strong. Shouldn't be a boundary between a woman and a man. We shouldn't have to judge people north, we gotta understand. Oh wait, this and others just for sport, but don't you see yourself looking back from across the court? Harsh comments directed, our own problems reflected. Swastikas drawn on bathroom walls, Jewish students affected. Originally meant for well-being, now the symbol's defected. We're not supposed to have other students feel unprotected. Just because of the past, that doesn't mean they're to blame. No matter what religion we are, we're still the same. Life isn't easy this day and age. Noise on the news got me feeling rage. Politicians preaching hate, making us feel small. But we gotta raise above that, build a bridge, not a wall, cause
this isn't the way it should be. Blinded by the things we should see. I am you and you are me. Let's come together. We gotta do better.
See? Even through the harshest weather, we are still in this together. So as it rains down from above, just remember what Bob Marley said, one love.
One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel alright. Let's get together and feel alright. Let's get together and feel alright. Let's get together and feel alright.
This month on Tiger Vision, students and staff struggle to find good parking in the morning. The health benefits of binge-watching Netflix are explored, and Newton North senior Nay Lassiter looks back on her high school basketball career. These stories and more, this month on Tiger Vision. Now here are your anchors, Everett Gilpin and Michaela Seto.
Hello, and welcome to the third Tiger Vision of the school year. I'm Everett Gilpin.
And I'm Michaela Seto. Tiger Vision is produced by TV and video production students at Newton North High School.
We aim to tell the stories from around our community that matter the most to Newton students.
First, Noah Brown tackles health issues with binge-watching Netflix and how it affects the youth of today.
Netflix, an online streaming company that is currently valued at over $32.9 billion, has won multiple Emmys for its original content and is used by over 69 million subscribers worldwide.
Netflix subscribers also watch a combined total of 42.5 billion hours of Netflix only last year. That's approximately 5 million years of TV, all in just 1 year. Which begs the question, how much Netflix is too much? I'm Noah Brown, let's find out.
We decided to talk to Mr. Dunlop, the man behind Tiger Vision, and see what he thought about binge watching and the possible health risks.
It probably does affect students and student life. I guess it's kind of weird to be hearing this from a TV and video teacher, but I do think that sitting and staring at a screen for extended amounts of time is probably not very healthy. Most great television shows shouldn't be watched in a binge. I think the very best shows out there, you should be able to dissect. I never watch anything alone, believe it or not. I'm lucky, my fiance likes to watch TV and movies as much as I do, but I think there's something to be said about watching something and then talking about it. And the things that I miss, maybe she picks up on, and I'm like, wow, that's brilliant, you saw that, I didn't even think of that, and that makes something else more interesting. So I just believe in getting my entertainment a little slower, I guess.
We then talked to Ms. Bogger, who teaches health and wellness at Newton North.
For me, I live a really active life, so if I'm sitting down, it's probably the first time I've sat down all day. So for me to watch 2 or 3 shows or 4 shows, it might take, an hour, 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours, that I don't really think that's a problem. Sometimes you forget other things that you should be doing because you get so wrapped up in the show that you're watching, and I know there have been times when I've definitely done binge watching and I lose track of time, or I just keep watching the shows even though I should probably go to bed or do something else. So, but I think a lot of it comes down to each individual person being able to set barriers and set time limits for what they're doing and how long they're watching the shows for. The access to it, it's on your phone or it's on your computer or it's on the TV, and then I see it with students where they'll be on their phones constantly. I think it affects your relationships. I think it affects it can affect your overall health.
So there you have it. Netflix is a great company that provides an amazing service, but it's important to remember every once in a while to get off that couch and maybe throw the frisbee around. I'm Noah Brown. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, Noah.
Next up, we'll get an inside scoop on what goes on behind the process of Thought Prince Magazine, a club at North that's been running for over 40 years. Natasha Unin and Sam Schroeder report.
Thought Prince is Newton North's literary arts magazine. Every Sunday from 7 to 9 p.m. at a member's house, students discuss art, literature, and music submitted by Newton North students.
At Thought Prince meetings, the main thing we do is review submissions we get from students, so that can be music, literature, art. Sometimes we've had videos or kind of other new creative mediums.
Whoever is the editor of that medium leads the conversation.
That means the line, this line is not really in the center.
The students discuss anything from the composition of an art piece to the instrumentation of a song. Thought Prince Magazine also holds coffeehouse events 2 to 3 times a year.
I woke up in the morning, popped a Dayquil and an aspirin. Made a mental note to tell you because I didn't want you to catch it. But now I gotta smoke because I can't swallow the sadness and my family and friends are all asking what happened.
So it definitely can be scary sharing your work with other people, but I've been to Thought Prints meetings and it's a very supportive, constructive environment.
Thought Prints is an asset to the Newton North community. This is Sam Sharetta for Tiger Age.
Thanks, Natasha. To get magazine issues for yourself, contact Michaela Morden or Natasha Unan.
Parking at North has always been a struggle for many of the students who drive to school in the morning. Cassie Belmore finds students' opinions on this dilemma.
At least 81 students drive to school every day, but there are roughly only 65 Tiger spots to park in, and most of the time students aren't finding parking.
I never get a spot on Hull. I come to school at like 7. I leave my house at 7:20. If you come after like 7:30, there's no way.
Every time I leave for lunch, if I come back like for F block, like this free, there's usually no spots left, so I have to like go into 2-hour parking.
I asked Principal Mr. Aronson what staff and parking officials are doing to solve this problem.
I met with the City of Newton parking officials and so on, and they actually did a really detailed study last year, and it was their feeling that the parking was actually underutilized, that not all spaces were being used at all times, and that in a sense there was sufficient parking based on what they were seeing.
If you missed out on the chance of buying a Tiger sticker, students have to park in 2-hour parking, which places unrealistic expectations on students.
I park in 2-hour parking, which I've been late to class for many times. I've gotten tickets for.
Probably gotten like 35, 40 tickets. I'm being serious.
Some days I can move my car and stuff, but like where do I move it to? I literally go get a coffee, come back and put it the same place that it previously was.
Even if you do find a parking spot, it can sometimes take a long time to get back to class. I wanted to see how long it really takes to get from a spot on Hull Street back to a class on the second floor. It took me 8 minutes to walk back to class. If a student were to be going to class right now, they would be late. The amount of tickets, the tardiness, and the scarce amount of parking spots at the school are all seen as problems to the students. This is Cassidy Belmore from Newton North TV signing off.
Thanks, Cassidy.
It's important to keep our world green. Newton North Recycling Club has taken the responsibility of recycling our school's paper, plastic, and aluminum cans all year. Here's some more information in this PSA produced by our very own Renan Green.
Hi, I'm Danae from Newton North Recycling Club, and today we are going to be talking about recycling at North.
Newton North is a really big school, so we generate a lot of waste. Some of this is trash, but a lot of it can be recycled.
Unfortunately, in the past, Newton North hasn't actually been recycling. Both the trash and the recycling have been put in the same dumpster, which has all been sent to landfills.
Now that North is recycling, it's really important that we're putting the right stuff in the right bins. Here are some of the recycling rules of thumb.
Things that can be recycled are paper products, bottles, rigid plastics, and aluminum cans. But please do not include tissues, styrofoam, any type of wrapper, or any liquids or foods. Also, anything with liquid or food on them risks contaminating the entire recycling bin, so put those in the trash as well. Especially remember to completely finish or pour out bottles before you recycle them.
If we all work together on this, we can create a more sustainable Newton North community and a more sustainable world. So spread the word and help people take responsibility for recycling here at Newton North. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Be sure to be on the lookout for a new recycling program that will be implemented through homerooms.
Thanks, Renan. We can all help out the world through recycling.
Basketball is a huge part of a lot of North students' lives, whether on the court or off. Markina Roscoe interviews senior Nay Lassiter about her experiences with basketball and what it means to her.
Hey Nene, we're so happy you are going to be a part of our family.
Newton North senior Nay Lassiter has accepted a full basketball scholarship to the University of Rhode Island. However, due to a MIAA rule, she is not able to play for school this year. But for Nay, it's not always about playing. it's also about family.
I've been playing basketball for about 8 or 9 years. I just liked how competitive it was. Like I'm always a kid that was aggressive, and I just like having to play competitive basketball. So basketball I picked up easily. Family is a really big thing to me because I think that if you have a family outside of your home, it makes your life a lot better because you learn things from everyone in your life. The company you keep, that's who you are.
Unfortunately, Nay hasn't been able to compete with this extended family due to MIA Rule 59, which states that a student can only play a sport for 4 consecutive academic years. Nay attended private school as a sophomore, and upon returning to North, she had to repeat the year due to our school's graduation requirements, making her ineligible in her senior year. I talked to her coach Linda and former teacher Miss Shaughnessy in order to gather more information.
So she applied to get a waiver to play in her 5th year and it was denied. She appealed it and she was denied. So unfortunately she was not given the opportunity to play with the team this year, which is really disappointing. You know, she comes out and supports us and hopes for the best for us even though she can't actually participate.
I think the way she's handled it has shown her growth and her maturity.
Over the years, she's just matured more. She's more of a leader now. She's more self-aware.
She doesn't get that pride of being out there wearing that uniform. She doesn't get that rush of playing with her teammates for the last time in their home gym. Like that is what she's missing.
She's a very loving person, very inclusive person. She's very passionate, and I think she makes us feel like a family when she's around because to her, this is her family.
It gets tough sometimes, but you just have to really just dig deep and keep going, be relentless.
Even though Nay couldn't play this year, she still was able to support her family. We wish her luck in her collegiate career at URI. Reporting for Newton North TV, this is Markina Roscoe.
Thanks, Markina, and we hope Nay does great at her first year at URI.
The Cabot School is getting remodeled soon, after more than 80 years of renovations. Juliana Latomsky reports on these changes will create a greater environment for new students.
About a half a mile from Newton North, the Cabot Elementary School has been standing in Newtonville since 1928, housing generations of Newton students. Age has deteriorated the 88-year-old building's infrastructure, and there is almost not enough room to fit the student body. Due to these problems and its age, the school is being renovated in the next year. I sat down with Cabot Principal Mary Lou Diabella to find out more about the impending reconstruction.
Well, I like the history of the building. You know, I like the character of the high ceilings, the big windows, all of that does make it a lovely building. The facade is quite nice. The main part of the building is being preserved. The rest of the building is being torn down. We have a lot of modulars. They all have to go. The gym has to go. We don't have an adequate gym.
As I walked around Cabot, I noticed paint on the walls was peeling. Floors looked unfinished and dirty. The heating systems looked medieval, and every part of the building just looked old and tired.
At a very basic level, heat and ventilation has always been a problem since I've been here. When it's very warm outside, it's very warm inside, and we don't have even heat around the building. So that's part of it. Part of it's just crumbling infrastructure, leaky pipes everywhere. We're always replacing flooring and things like that. So it's time. It's an old building.
I talked to a Cabot PTO mother about what she thinks about the remodel.
I'm excited. I mean, unfortunately, my kids won't be there at the school, so I really won't be active in using the building, but I think it'll be an exciting thing for all the kids who will get to use it. I mean, right now the current state of the building is pretty sad, and so we definitely talk about how PTO can help kind of support the building. It's important for the comfort and the safety of all the kids and the teachers to be able to have a building that has an elevator. I mean, there's so many reasons to really kind of support the building, so yeah, it's a no-brainer.
As a former Cabot student, I was happy to hear that the original 1928 building exterior would be preserved. Aside from that, the rest of the old building will be replaced with an excellent new facility. Unlike Humpty Dumpty, the city of Newton can put Cabot back together again. From Newton North TV, this is Juliana Lukomsky signing off.
Thanks, Juliana, and we hope that the remodeling goes well.
Well, stories are everywhere, and they need to be told. So if you have a story idea, contact us at newtonnorthtv@gmail.com and send us some ideas or feedback. We'd love to hear from you, or hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram.
Well, that wraps up our third edition of Tiger Vision. To see more stories, go to www.youtube.com/NewtonNorthTV.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.